Welcome to Flying Smoke. Today, we're going to do a charcoal video, but it's more about truth in advertising. I found this charcoal. I actually saw it the first time at Memphis in May here a few months ago, and a few people that I know have tried it and recommended it. So I said, well, yeah, but I got to test it first. So here it is, by the way. So what is the good charcoal? The good charcoal is 100% acacia wood. If you grew up watching Marlon Perkins on Wild Kingdom when you were a kid, acacia trees are umbrella trees, they're thorn trees. They're native to Africa, and where I was in Kenya, I actually have a picture that I can't find of myself under one. You have to go on the website and read about it. These acacia bushes are, well, trees or bushes, whatever you want to call them, are encroaching on cheetah territory. I'll let you go to the website and read all about it. It's really an interesting article. So, we're going to answer 3 questions today. Is this good charcoal? Are all their statements true? Truth in advertising. And 3, most importantly, would I recommend this? Well, let's get to it. Let's start testing. All right, as we talked about, premium acacia hardwood lump charcoal from the Good Charcoal Company. That's why we wear black comp shirts. Anyway, all right, so as you can see, we're all the way to the top. It's ashy, but it's not too bad. All right, so let's use a little map gas. Get things started. Oh, and this is my big, it actually even says extra big and loud timer from Thermalworks. I'm gonna put this right here. Hey, it sticks, yay, okay. As you can see, it's on 0. I'm gonna hit start. It's going to count up. Light them off. 4, 5. I always try to keep the handles off the back end. All right. Let's see, we're a minute and a half in. So I'm going to let these burn, and we'll come back in a few minutes, and you'll just see it on fast forward. Unless you like to watch things smolder. Fire. All right, come up here. 18 minutes. All right. So a little bit of fire on the top. Still no white ashes on the top, and we've got maybe about an inch of drop compaction, whatever you want to call it, where the coals on the bottom are heated up and they've started to break down, and so it's dropping. This stuff is burning a little slower than I thought it would be. I figured we'd be ready to go at 20 minutes. That will not be the case. So gotta wait till you see some white ash on top, and we'll be able to drop it. We are getting some fire. You can see some flames coming off this one. Not yet on this one. They're hard to see in this light, maybe with the shirt, I don't know. Can't really see. This one's a little hotter than this one. It was the first one I lit, but by seconds. It's always interesting to me. Everybody thinks charcoal is charcoal. I know. So we'll see. 28 minutes. All right, we're at 28 minutes. It is just now starting to get some white on top, just a little bit. In reality, I could probably drop, hot. In reality, I could probably drop it now, but I want to give it another minute or two. I'm going to bring in the camera, which I hate doing, just for you, and show you the actual amount of drop. Now these were both even. Remember me tapping on the tops when I started 28 minutes ago. I haven't touched the camera since then. Luckily, the magic of camera marketing, or marking, I can do this. So let's just take this off. So now you can see down in there what they look like. This one, probably okay to drop. This one, not. But you can see going on 3 inches of drop going down there. All right, now talk amongst yourselves while I get this thing set back up. I can't say this enough. If you don't have really good welding gloves, Amazon.com or your local welding supply or big box store, get good bull hide, cow hide. These are my original. I mean, these things, holy crap, the stories they could tell. Anyway, 20 seconds, we'll go. Then the temperature outside today is 86 degrees. Relative humidity is probably about 50%. It's not a bad day here in Memphis. The heat's broken, always breaks around our anniversary, which was last week. In case you got me a card and hasn't got here yet, thank you. 19 years. All right, here we go. All right, that's one. And there's little pieces everywhere, so I'm going to bring this over here off camera. And we're going to dump the second one here. Ooh, that's warm. Okay. That is no kidding warm. Holy crap. Yay, yay. Since I need to get this thing cleaned anyway, Gemini did this grill. It's basically a grill grate kit. I'll put this on here. Not burning my fingers to death because it desperately needs cleaned. So that's one good thing about this, is it will burn off a lot of the yucks, hot gloves. And you use whatever kind of oil you want. Hold on just a second. Little pieces that I don't want to step on and burn my shoes. Okay, so this is Chosen Foods. It's avocado oil, which is super, super hot. It'll take a lot of heat. And I like to keep these grates really lubed up. A lot of people say, you know, you're over lubing them. That's a thing. Said no one ever. No. We use these a lot. And also, it tells me when the temperature's at. Now I can go do other things. And those of you who've watched my videos before will know that when these grates get to about 600 and something degrees, the smoke's just going to start billowing off these things. So I'll take an initial read. Oh, got to restart this. Clear. That was 34 minutes, by the way. Starting again. 1 hot spot about 450. See, I kind of figured this end will be, yeah, this is 450, 455, 460. This one, 415. So they're climbing quick. That's within about a minute. All right. So I'll brush this off a little bit in case I have to bump up against it. And we'll let this roll for a few minutes. We'll see how long it takes to get to cooking temperature. 600 degrees. Center. Oh, 555. Let's just go make a U-shaped. 530. 550. 550. 510, 547, right in the eyes, 582. That's what it looks like on the gun. And that's within 2 minutes. And here we are. Remember when I said it gets to about 600 degrees? So normally in a contest, again, I don't use lump in contests. Well, not so far, but anyway. Yeah, I'll do this exact same process, and then I'll go do other stuff. I'm getting everything ready, and if you've been to a steak contest, everything happens very quickly. And the one thing I don't have time to do is sit here and go, you know, but I can be 25 feet over there doing something else, and I look around and see these things have smoke rolling off of them. I know they're just about ready to cook. So I come over here, give them a quick hit with the HVAC gun. Well, how about that? 600 degrees. Can you see that? We'll go around the whole, stop up here. 530, 626, 583, 605, 590, 640, back in the center again, 610. So really, these things are about ready for me to cook on. As I've gotten evolved in steak cooking, I tend to cook on a lower temperature now. I used to cook at about 700 degrees, and the marks were too dark, and it can give off a bitter flavor if it mixes with the spices the wrong way. So I rolled it back down to about 600 degrees. That's a nice 600, 615, 625 I can do, and then I just adjust your times. So yeah, this is ready to cook on now in 4 minutes and 32 seconds. So that's not bad. I mean, so all in all, it took about 40 minutes to get to right here, to where I'm ready to cook. And of course, there's shortcuts to this. You can use the dragon that I had. If you ever want to watch an interesting video of mine, go watch The Chimney of Insanity when you're done with this one, after you've liked and subscribed. And I mean, I'm shooting the barbecue dragon. I mean, I'm using the Chimney of Insanity. I got flames going out of the top 10 feet. It's crazy. It really is. It's really one of the videos I'm proudest of, just because it was great. Unexpected result, but it's ready to cook on. All right, now we're going to close the lid. Now I'm going to bring this up here. I hate doing this because that's offhanded, but it is now 15 after 3. Hope you can see that. Yep, 15 after 3. I'm going to let this stuff burn, and we're going to come back in about an hour and see what it's doing. We'll see you then. In case you wondered, that's 1 hour. So, we're about an hour, 5 minutes. It's an hour. So let's see where we're at. Hot, hot, hot. So I'm going to start off in the center. 741. Let's go around the horns. 688. 687. 700. 707. 550. 550. Okay, that's burning my hair off the back of my hands. In the center, 725. So, needless to say, we're an hour in, which it's burning solid for an hour. And I left it wide open just to see what it would get to. I tend to choke these down a little bit to get the right temperature. And looking down in, this stuff is going to burn for a while. It's really hot. So, initial impressions of the good charcoal, 2 thumbs up. Takes a little while to get going, but it is a really good even heat across the on the grates. So I'll come back later tonight and I'll take a picture of what it burns down to. I'm going to leave it wide open and just see what the coals burn down to. If it's good, clean charcoal, it should burn down to just little wisps. There shouldn't be any pieces of wood or hunks or whatever left. There should just be ash. We'll find out. We'll see in a little bit. It is a result, and it's a wrap. The good charcoal was, in fact, good charcoal. So, answer number one, is this good charcoal? Yes, it is. Number two, are all their statements true? All but one. Sorry, folks. The guys at Good Charcoal and the ladies at Good Charcoal, the folks at Good Charcoal, they say that it's about 10 to 15 minutes to light it off. Absolutely not true. In fact, this was one of the longest charcoals I had to light off. And I had it 34 minutes and everything was dry. It was a nice, hot, dry day. Doesn't mean it wasn't awesome. And it burned very clean and it burned for a long time. And I'm going to put this picture. I came back the next day. You ever do something and you're like, darn it. I opened up the grill and there was this perfectly, it looked like a negative of the coals from the night before. This perfect little white pile, and I'm like, oh great, it's garbage charcoal, and here I said all this stuff, great stuff about it, and I should have taken a picture of that, and I didn't. I put my hands on the top of it, and it just went, and the picture, which I'll put up now, that was what was left. With just a rub of my fingers across this perfect little white dome. It almost looked like baked Alaska. It was crazy. It burned clean, it burned for a long time, and it burned very hot. So the answer to your final question is, would I recommend this charcoal? Absolutely. Would I be going in to get another bag? Absolutely. I get mine at Sam's, which they really promote that on there. I mean, this is not your everyday charcoal, folks. This is Food and Wine. That was their #1 overall charcoal, and they beat out Royal Oak, they beat out B&B, they beat out Kamado Joe, they beat out, just read the article, go to the website, check it out. About 15 bucks a bag at Sam's. Go pick yourself up some and get to cooking. We'll see you next time.